Hello everyone, welcome to Leeation. Number 1. Norwegian Air plans to cut fleet by more than half as part of rescue. Norwegian Air shuttle told creditors it plans to cut its fleet by more than half as it prepares for a crucial Irish court date on Thursday. The troubled Scandinavian carrier has Irish High Court protection from creditors, while examiner Karen Wallace puts together a rescue plan for the business. NAS told creditors at a meeting in Oslo, Norway that, assuming a successful rescue, it plans to have 40 aircraft operating in the Nordic region of Europe and 28 flying around the rest of the continent from next year. They will leave it with just 68 shuttle jets from a total fleet of 140 aircraft when it went into examinership in November. Norwegian hopes to emerge from the Irish examinership in April, after which it could initially fly up to 53 aircraft. Depending on how COVID-19 travel restrictions hit bookings, the airline will ask the Irish High Court on Thursday to allow it to repudiate or exit leases over up to 48 jets held by subsidiaries based in the Republic that are part of the examinership. This process normally involves the company ending lease agreements covering any assets but paying the lessor one settlement based on the amount owed to the date the company went into examinership, and a second settlement covering liabilities from the period of the examinership itself. The lessor then gets the same dividend as all other creditors on the difference between the total the company paid in the settlements and the full amount due. Norwegian Air's Irish subsidiaries Arctic Aviation Assets, Dramans for Jordan Leasing, and Leeation for Gen Leasing, all leasing 48 aircraft. It is not known if the airline group's lawyers will seek to exit all of those leases on Thursday. A fourth company, Jordan Leasing, which was part of the examinership, is now in liquidation. It was leasing more than 24 jets which are being returned to suppliers. Irish subsidiaries that are not part of the examinership are under court protection hold the remaining 68 planes for remaining Norwegian's fleet. Norwegian Air's Dublin-based Norwegian Air International and the leasing companies all sought Irish High Court protection to allow restructuring as the companies registered in the public hold the airline's main assets in aircraft. Wednesday's creditors meeting was part of a simultaneous process in Norway's courts, which is tied to the Irish examinership but subsidiary to it. Creditors heard that the airline hopes to raise about 400 million euros in new investment and will focus on what were historically its most profitable routes when it restarts operations. Norwegian will also cut an unspecified number of jobs. It had 10,000 workers in 2019 before COVID-19 restrictions devastated aviation. The airline will also reduce the number of airports at which it has bases to streamline operations further. The court will have to approve any scheme to rescue Norwegian put forward by Mr. Wallace. The scheme or arrangement, as it is formally known, will first have to get the backing of at least one class creditors whose rights it affects. Number 2. European regulator clears Boeing 737 MAX airliner for return. Boeing's modified 737 MAX airliner is safe to return to service in Europe, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency said, lifting a 22-month flight ban after 2 crashes of the jet which caused 346 deaths. Patrick Kai, EASA Executive Director, said it had every confidence that the aircraft was safe following an independent European review of changes ranging from cockpit software to maintenance checks and pilots' training. Let me be quite clearly that this journey does not end here, Mr. Kai said in a statement. We have every confidence that the aircraft is safe, which is the precondition for giving our approval, but we will continue to monitor 737 MAX operations closely as the aircraft resumes service. Regulators around the world grounded the MAX in March 2019 after the crash of an Ethiopian Airlines jet 5 months after one flown by Indonesia's Lion Air plunged into the Java Sea. A total of 346 passengers and crew members were killed in the 2 crashes. The United States lifted its ban in November, followed by Brazil and Canada. China, which was first to ban the aircraft after the second crash and which represents a quarter of MAX sales, has not said when it will act. Relatives of some crash victims have strongly criticized the move. EASA represents 31 mainly EU nations, excluding Britain, which formally left the bloc this month. Britain is expected to issue its own separate approval. Ryanair has ordered more than 200 of the aircraft. Separately, Boeing posted a record $12 billion annual loss on Wednesday as it delayed its new 777X jet again and booked a $6.5 billion charge for the program. The coronavirus crisis has exacerbated the drop in demand for the industry's largest jetliners, with the airline customers shunning deliveries of aircraft due to international travel restrictions, hurting cash flow at the US plane maker. Boeing said it expects the 777X, a large version of the 777 mini jumbo, to enter service by late 2023, delaying the jet's launch for the third time and booking a $6.5 billion pre-tax charge. The company has been developing the wide-body jet with the goal of releasing it in 2022, already 2 years later than planned. A historic slump in air travel has also had shipments of Boeing 787 Dreamliners to airlines, causing the aircraft to pile up in dozens, further weighting on the company, which already has a stored inventory of about 450 737 MAX jets. Boeing said it expects to resume the shipment of its wide-body 787 Dreamliners in 2021 as air travel recovers. Deliveries of the 787 slumped nearly 70% to 53 aircraft in 2020 and are not expected to recover to 2019 level until at least 2024, according to analysts. Boeing also said it delivered an additional 13 737 MAX aircraft from its stored inventory in January so far, adding to the 27 aircraft it shipped in December after the US cleared the jet to fly again following a 20-month ban. The company's net loss rose to $8.44 billion in the fourth quarter, which ended December 31st from $1.1 billion a year earlier, taking its full-year loss to a record $11.94 billion. Revenue fell 15% to $15.30 billion in the quarter. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video, and if you need more aviation contents like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel called Leeation, because I was uploading new videos every day. And finally, thank you for watching. Have a great and blessed day.